Well, I'm back. I'm back, people of God. I'm back with another word of encouragement to encourage you this early afternoon. And one of the things that I want to encourage you, one of the words or insights that I want you to look into and think about for a second, and that is the title of my message is going to be God speaks through his instincts. God speaks through instincts. God speaks through instincts. Instincts is something instinctive. Instinctive. It's like a funny bone when the doctor hits you, the funny bone, your knee automatic or your leg automatically kicks. It's an instinct. Instinctively, when there's a touch a certain way, where it touches your knee, it hits a certain part of your knee, instinctively your leg is going to kick. With your arm, the same thing as well. Now, the Bible says, Jesus says, my sheep know my voice, and a stranger they won't follow. Instincts is a knowing. Instinctively, you just know. There's certain things you just know. You know God. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. Instincts. And if I can give an example, the definition of instincts biblically, it's a inborn pattern of behavior that responds to stimuli. It responds to a sound. And so I want to say that God speaks through your instinct. There's certain things that your spirit man speak to you. There's certain things that your conscience speak to you. There's a voice that's speaking to some of you. That's God. That's how God speaks. In those situations, when a situation with that voice, and usually it's a real stall, it's a quiet voice, a still voice, it's a soft voice. Usually that voice will say stop, or go, or do this, don't do that. It's God speaking, and God says his people perish for the lack of knowledge. So when God is speaking to you through your instincts, and if you override his voice, that voice that speaks to your spirit to do a certain thing, and you don't do it, then you are disobeying and not listening to the voice of God. God says, the Bible says, Jesus said, my sheep know my voice. So you're going to recognize the voice of God. Whether you respond to it or not, God is speaking to you. He's speaking to your heart in that situation between you and God. You know, you can tell people, you can tell situations, whatever you want to tell them, but you can't lie to your mind and you can't lie to God. And so in that situation, and if you know God is speaking and you ignore it, it's on you. You ignored him. And the consequences that come with not hearing or not responding to what you've heard. And it says one thing to hear, but to respond to. See, God not only wants you to hear, but he wants you to respond, to know, to recognize, to respond to what you hear. Don't ignore. Don't turn your back. See, because body language is important too. When someone is talking to you, you're not looking at them. That's disrespectful. And so listen to him. When he's speaking to you, don't let your emotions talk to you. But you know when God is talking to you, because a lot of times God is talking to you when your emotions are talking to you. When your spouse is talking to you. When circumstances are talking, that's when God is usually talking. And so be respectful, but hear God. God bless you.